Hi. Okay, I am totally late on this week's tutorial. Again, it's been one of those weeks, thus, or last couple weeks. Thus, the title and weekend challenge name, going with Friday the 13th. So if you're not a part of my Facebook page, come on over because I've got a good challenge for this weekend. And there's always prizes. Okay. So I am moving on to the series of handmade flowers, and since it's spring, I wanted to do something a little bit more. It's a little out of the ordinary on handmade flowers, and I have seen this before, and it's not been to where it's totally understandable. Can get very confusing, and I learned this a long time ago, and I actually did one for Christmas. If you go back and look, I did a poinsettia version of this, but I'm going to do a spring version, and it's almost done. And I'll give you a little preview. I'll give you the front preview, but I'm not going to show you the inside till the end. But I have some things to put on the front of this. But this is the very simple version of it. But I did it to where it's color coordinated so you can understand it a little bit more. And again, you can go all out in embossing and glitter, and I'm just going to show the very simple version. I will be putting the simple version as well as the elegant version of the card that I just showed you. You'll be able to see all of it and more on step on how to do it on my pictorial on my Facebook page. Doesn't cost you to be part of my page. If you want to just come over and watch, you can watch. If you want to participate, you can. So let me get started on this video because I'm already in 2 minutes. It doesn't take as long as you think. So what you're going to need is, hopefully I have everything sitting here now. You're going to need one piece of paper. Now I'm using construction paper and color so you can see this. You're going to need at least one paper that you can sit and fold. You can do a 12 by 12 and fold, and you get a 6 by 12. Right now I'm just using construction paper, and you'll see why I'm doing construction paper. You're going to need 7 additional pieces, and for this video I'm doing color paper so that you can understand it and so you can see the colors, because as we get to a certain point you'll totally understand why I'm doing the color coordinated paper or the color paper. So you're going to need 7 papers. You have 7 papers, and you're going to do the first fold up in the middle. You're going to fold it this way. You're going to splice it in half, and then you're going to fold it inwards. If you want to use your bone folder, you can, but for this particular point, you really don't have to. Then you're going to fold the flap back on one side, and you're going to flip it back on the other. So you got that. Then you're going to hold it, and you're going to make sure both flaps are at the back here so that you can see this. You're going to make whatever pattern you want as long as it's consistent. So where you have this, okay? So you're going to have this, but you're going to need 7 of these. On each of the 7, you're going to take out a pie piece. So you're going to cut out, let's do this piece right here. You're going to take out a pie piece out of each one. So your pie piece is out, and you're going to need glue dots. I use the Walmart ones because they're cheaper and I run out very quickly. And you only need 1 to glue this on. So I rub it in because right now I'm using construction paper, and the softer the paper it is, the harder you have to worry about it coming off right. And it's not. So, you know, don't use harder paper, don't use heavy-duty cardstock because it won't give the flexibility for this card, for the flowers themselves. You can do printed paper, you can emboss the paper, but just a big suggestion, don't use it, and I will show you a little bit here in a little while. So you're going to need these, and for this instance, I do have every one of them. Now watch how I put this out. You're going to need a glue dot on each one of them on this one. So I'm going to lay this out so you can see this. You're going to need 2 on this one. You're going to need 2 on this one. You're going to need 1 down here in the corner. It's almost like a pinwheel effect. 1 in the corner here. And you're going to need 3 on that one. And the one that I just did, there'll be none. So it's 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and then nothing. So we're going to start by taking these off, and I have pre-prepped them so that you can see them. And I'm going to leave them on so you can see. We're only going to do the one corner, so you're going to have two of these open. Now you can start to see why I did it in color paper. And then you're going to take the one on the left that has two, and you're going to put it over. So there's your paper. And you're going to see I have a little bit of surprise with doing this. So let's go ahead and take these off. So you can see where there's still one showing in the with the top there. So we're going to, let me see if I do this right. I've got all this all in my head trying to remember it all. And then we're going to put this one in, I'm pretty sure, yeah. We're going to put this one on top. This one turns into your center one. And again, I had all those prepped. They're not going to come off that easy. I try to have them prepped the best I can. Now remember, this is just a quick, simple version of this. And yeah, and you're going to take the one and you're going to put it up. Doesn't matter which side you start with. But like I said, I had it pre-prepped so I could do this. And you're going to want to make sure that you're pressing down, but I'd wait to press down to the end. Now the one that doesn't have any is going to go right at the end. And I'm doing this quickly because you can perfect it. I'm just doing it quickly for the card. So now, again, this is just a sample. And we're going to take this and we're going to put, we folded this piece of paper in half already. We're going to put this inside. And you're going to see how this is really cool. And I didn't say what it was at the beginning, but I think you guys are getting the idea of what it is. And I always scratch them, make sure that they're on really good. And it was. So you're going to want to keep it back just slightly for a little bit of wear, a little bit of room. You're going to close the card on this one side. Rub that over. You're going to flip the card without opening it to the other side and do the same. And put another glue dot in. I always like tearing mine. You can get the glue dot or put, press, but I found that the glue dots are a lot more expensive and you don't get as many. So, for the value. So, and then you're going to do the same thing on this side. And then you're going to rub it in so it's in. And I'd rub all over to make sure all those glue dots are adhering to each other. And are you ready for the big reveal? Are you ready? I'm pretty excited about this. Here we go. There you go. There's your spring bouquet of flowers. Now think about what you could do with different types of paper, embossing, glitter, flocking. I mean, it's endless possibilities. Now I'm going to give you a little preview. I did show you the front of the card that I did. It's called a pop-up flower card. And if you go back to some of my Christmas cards, you'll see how I did my poinsettia one. And I forgot, I think I used like a peppermint twist embossing folder. But this isn't done, but I will show this full version of it in the pictorial on my Facebook page. But here is how I did it with, sometimes it's not always sticky. Here's how I did it, and I added leaves with the Divine Swirl. I used the tiny bubbles. Put some special glitter glue, and because spring flowers tend to have a lot of black stamen in it and little details, they're very bold colors, and they usually have very bold accent colors, and I thought it'd be something bold to show. And I actually have other elements that's going into it that I have here, but I'm not going to show you on this one. I wanted to leave it exclusive. But it's that cute. But I'm going to use this as a Mother's Day card, and you just close it back up, and there it is. There is your tutorial for handmade flowers. A little bit different this time. Version 4. And again, let me show you by the colored construction paper how it all worked out. It's so cute. You don't want them to open all the way. You might want to put a note maybe at the bottom. Do not open quickly and pull open slowly and not all the way. Something of that sort. Or you can put a little note on front or somewhere somehow in the card. But look how beautiful. They get a bouquet of flowers. And for Mother's Day, for birthdays, you name it. It's just beautiful. So there is the tutorial for this week. I know I'm late, but enjoy. Follow me on Facebook at Charming Custom Crafts. Look for the blue daisy with tips and tricks, or look up Charming Custom. Thanks. Bye.